with Pop Culture Uncovered. This evening I'm going to be discussing some points of this season 7 of American Horror Story, The Cult. First, starting off, it has a lot of clowns, so bear with me. I don't like the clowns, so we are living this horror story. Seeing it on television, I kind of see that enough on social media, but okay, now it's in a TV show. And to make matters worse, let's have a bunch of clowns. And I'm not like going to the circus clowns, like this is worse than it. This was the clown from a couple seasons ago. They start off with him where he has the detachable jaw and he's murdering people. Yeah, now they're screwing each other in the aisle at a supermarket on top of watermelons. Gross. So the clowns take that one way or another. They're murdering, they're sodomizing, they're disgusting. Take it, yes, literally clowns. Also, there are clowns in the United States. Maybe they're going that way. One of the main characters we see, her name is Allie. Great name, by the way. Nice choice. Well, she has a bunch of paranoias, and clowns is one of them. I can relate to that, although I'm not that extreme. It stopped the red thing? No? Okay, just kidding. So you see her, she's with her wife and her son, and ever since the election night, she is even more triggered. I did not make an official count of how many times they used the word triggered, but it was quite frequent. I think that's because in the past almost year, that word has been thrown around a lot more than it normally has. So that's one of the key points in the verbiage. So then you go back to this extreme right who is trying to, I guess, enjoy the sense of fear that this election has empowered him. It's also brought out the side of racism, which if you watch the news, very similar. He thinks it's okay to do this now. The fact that he's filling a balloon with his own urine and throwing it at some Hispanic group that honestly at first was just kind of laughing him off and then wound up being pummeled just to see that somebody in the background was filming it to make it look like he was being basically jumped by a group of people. First episode, you will also see that they're next door neighbors. This is Allie and her family next door neighbors. They, I guess, I forget, one of them voted, but they didn't vote for Hillary Clinton. And they're like, oh, you wasted your vote. How could you do this? And, I mean, if you know anything about the past election, well, it didn't really matter who you voted for because it really doesn't matter as far as I say, because popular votes, woo! Another American Horror Story right there. Back to Allie and her family, because it really does circle around, I guess, her paranoias, she's terrified of clowns, she's terrified of anything that is very porous. You see her in her psychiatrist's office and the coral freaks her out. This is definitely affecting her family now, her son. I don't know why a kid that age would have a murdering clown comic book, but he does. I get that he's going to be probably terrified of clowns because ever since I saw it when I was little, I was terrified of clowns too. So he's going to have some issues. But on top of that, having this, and I guess it might be the cult of clowns. We'll see what the season brings. But they come and the little boy sees them kill his next door neighbors. And this weird babysitter that he has, which is the extremist blue-haired orange head, brings him over to let him watch what is going on with these clowns murdering his next-door neighbors. They're going to make it seem like he might have been hallucinating it. Like, I can't tell if Allie is hallucinating the clowns or if they're really there, because when she sees them, nobody else is really around. And then the son sees them with the babysitter, and they're definitely there. That I think that scene really happened, but we'll see how that goes. So far, just being one episode in, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm going to watch this season. There's definitely going to be a lot of hard parts to watch. Just the fact that, in my opinion, the election didn't go the way I wanted. I was more like the Allie character. I would never put Cheetos all over my face. That's really bad for your pores. And there's so many clowns. Like, I mean, there are clowns that have penis-looking things coming out of their ears and their face and going around, like, with knives wanting to kill this woman while she has rosé throwing out. Like, no, I'm not okay with clowns. But I'm going to stick with it. My lights will be on the entire time while I'm watching these episodes, hugging a pillow in fetal position. So I'm doing this. I'm going to stick it out. And I'm interested to see how the rest of the season goes.
What I want to know is why are there so many clowns? I guess I get it because it's obviously a metaphor for this entire everything, but yikes. I'm not here for clowns. Mm-mm. How did you sit through that?
I'm not well.
I'm not a happy man.
I'm like watching this and I'm like, I could not watch this season and be okay. And you're like, okay, so we're going to do this on Wednesday. I'm like, oh my God, I really have to watch all of this in one sitting.
Well, think of it this way.